Hello and welcome to Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord. I'm gonna jump into the options menu here so it doesn't skip out and start playing the same freaking opening again. Hate it when they take like just only a few seconds of idling on the main screen before it does that. Anyway, what is this game? Well, I have previously, in at least one of the, I believe it was Dark Rose Valkyrie, in that anime trash episode, I mentioned the special attack animations in Fairy Fencer F as actually being good. And I think that's the only time I've ever mentioned Fairy Fencer F in a video before, let alone it is probably the trashiest anime game I think I've mentioned in an anime trash episode that I was completely positive about. So, I have played Fairy Fencer F before. I have not played, I think it's called Dark Advent Force. Is that what it's called? Advent Dark Force. Which I think is an enhanced re-release of that game. But basically, this is an Idea Factory / Compile Heart game. If you are unfamiliar with those games, basically, they're all anime games, they're all part visual novel, and usually there's an RPG or some other aspect to it on top of that. They're really, really, really pander-heavy bullshit games, and just about every single one I've ever played is a definite anime trash candidate. Not necessarily because the games themselves are bad, but because it is just so fucking unbearable to go through the visual novel sections of those games. The characters are annoying. They all put on dumb fuck anime voices. It's got all the same stupid fucking tropes, all the typical fucking fan service. I hate it. But, of all of these games that I've tried, which includes Mugen Souls, a couple of them in Neptunia games, I think Maglum Lord was even a Compile Heart game, unless I'm mistaken. But of all of those games, I think the one that I had the most positive experience with was actually Fairy Fencer F. And it's not actually just because of the cool attack animations that game had, but that game also was, in my opinion, fairly subversive in like its dialogue writing, because it sets you up with a stereotypical, short, brown-haired hero character as your main guy. Harem character 1, harem character 2, fetish object number 3, the random tank male character who's supposed to be a badass, all that shit. It has all that super typical shit, but the thing is that it is very self-aware, and the dialogue actually ventured into being like, there'd be a little bit of dark humor, right? Where it's not like where the characters would just play a tsundere straight or anything like that, but a character would say something, and then another character might turn around and call them out for it, and just be like, that is just the dumbest piece of shit thing I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Or it's hard to explain because it's been a long time since I've played it, but I didn't get very far in that game. I remember the combat being serviceable / forgettable, but the overworld was tacky garbage, and I really didn't like that aspect of it. So I did not continue playing that game. However, they've now made this game, and this game is presumably using the same characters plus then some. And it's also a tactics game. So they've basically taken the Fairy Fencer F theme, presumably kept all the cool animations and shit, the characters, presumably the tone and the humor, but now it's a tactics game. So I have seen implementations of different ways that different like compile heart games, such as the Netunia series, have tried to do tactic style iterations of the concepts that they have. And I'm kind of interested in seeing if they can do that here and be enjoyable with it. I've been procrastinating on playing this game for like a week and a half, which is the longest I've taken to play any of my rentals. So it's been a while since I've actually played like a brand new game. Tried it blinds and like wanted to record and post it. So let's see how this goes. At the moment, I think all this audio is fine. The audio ducking in OBS is working fine. Message speed will put to fast. Vibration is off. Don't know. Animation speed. Replace battle music. Change if fairy aria songs will play during battles. License information. Microsoft public license. .NET zip library. The hell is that? The fuck is this? zlib? The zlib software? What the fuck? jzlib? Why? Why in the configuration menu is there random disclosures about you using seemingly some sort of software library and needing to disclose that in the config menu? That is super weird. Before using, initialize the state by using init genrand seed or init by array. Why is this in the game? Why am I able to see this? This serves no purpose to a player. I'm baffled. Alright, well. Go back. Yes. Okay, new game. Easy. Perfect for those looking to enjoy the story. Enemies are at their weakest level. It's normal. Standard difficulty for those who want to think about strategy as they play. Hard. The most challenging level. Perfect for those looking for a battlefield where they can never let their guard down. We're gonna play normal. You can change the difficulty. That's nice. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Alright, this is about the only thing I seem to remember, is that there were these statues where you could unlock different weapons from, which is what the swords are. I'm not even gonna read through this. I don't fucking care. Yeah, the swords are called Furies, I guess. Alright, here we go. Okay, there's not English. I don't remember if the previous games were English. But now I suddenly want to go to the config menu again. That is a very aggressive sound. Yeah, so what I want to do... Yeah, I don't want to skip the event. Yeah, we're going to finish the event. I want to get to the config menu. I wanted to actually see that cutscene, but you denied me going into the config menu. Okay, it goes right away into this. Yeah. I didn't think it would go right into a battle thing, but I appreciate that. Retire. No. Retire is not restart. That's not what that means. System. Config. Voice. Yeah, so we're gonna return to title. There we go. Config. Now we're gonna turn voice all the way down, because I want to read that shit now. Alright, new game. Normal. Yes. Alright, this again. I hate when you can't just open the fucking settings menu from the goddamn dialogue screens. There's so many fucking visual novels that don't let you do that for no comprehensible reason. Okay. But as they say, to live is to suffer. Aaron, I need you to believe in me. Lord Sherman, Fair Eyes with me, which is a dumb thing. Fair Eyes is their way of, like, Mighty Morphin game, as far as I know. I will sing to save everyone. So this is the power of song. I'm sorry. Does this mean Aaron would disappear from my life? You, the evil one called Fang. I swear I'll be the one to kill you. Damn, was that the whole cutscene? That was the whole cutscene. Wow. I missed a lot. Okay, I believe all of these characters, except for the green-haired girl in the back, is new. I don't know the lady on. I think they both have microphones. The characters with the microphones are new, I think. Okay, so let's see if the combat system is cool. Areas that allied units can move to in their turn are highlighted in blue. Typical. Squares where a character can execute a regular attack are highlighted in orange. Okay. Move next to a square where an enemy is standing to attack. So all attacks are melee, apparently. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of have free control. And then it just snaps to where I want to go. I can also use the D-pad, but that's really awkward in an isometric view. Or I could do that. I do overhead. I could do this too, although why would I when this works really well? I guess my concern is how do I change... like, say I wanted to move here, but I want to attack this character. Sherman. How do I do that? I can speed up with R2 for some reason. Goldo. Okay, I got a status screen at L2. They all have partners, which is, as far as I'm aware, they represent their characters, which have transformed into their weapons. That's what I seem to recall. Have some items. Worn these clothes for a long time. Is this equipped? I'm just trying to figure out how I'm able to attack, like, sideways. That's my main concern right now. How do I attack sideways? When the command list pops up, start by selecting attack. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's kind of weird. S-Flight Edge. That was underwhelming. Once your character is finished, you can choose the direction your character will be. I don't like that. I always hated that. That is the most, probably the most annoying thing in the Disgaea games. Every single fucking turn, you gotta choose a direction to face. That's an additional button press. Additional up to 2 button presses that I don't want to have to bog down the fucking game. If the enemy attacks you from behind, you will take extra damage. Be sure to never show your back to the enemy. Okay. At least moving is quick and easy. I hate that extra step. That single extra step, I really fucking hate. These characters literally have... We've had absolutely no fucking conversations with these characters of any substance. We haven't seen their mouths move, we haven't seen them interact, we don't even know why they're fighting right now. Once the Muse's aria gauge is full, the Fairy Aria command can be selected from the command menu. All allies within the Fairy Aria receive the benefits of the song. The benefit each ally is receiving will be displayed in the upper right corner of the screen. Right, so we have some sort of bard mechanic here, presumably. That sounds fucking obnoxious. Alright, system. Config. Cool. Okay, so, if there was a single setting I would want from this game right now, it would be the ability to just turn off, or smart auto-decide your character's facing placement. Because I hate that single aspect of this game so much. It's almost every single Japanese tactics game I have has that. And it bogs down the game so much. I hate it. That extra click is not necessary. So completely unnecessary. These special attacks are looking super lame, too. Also gonna... When both the allied and enemy muses are singing, the area where their voices blend creates dramatic resonance. Resonance area occurs when songs overlap. Here, the effect of the muse's song is greatly increased. However, this will also increase the power of the enemy's song. Be careful. So we have two different characters singing, and so their music tracks are overlapped, which is kind of interesting, okay? But at the same time, like, the rest of this is not going great, I gotta admit. I'm not seeing cool attack animations right out of the gate, which you do have in the previous game. Intensity range? What? See, in Advance Wars, this issue that I have here is completely avoided. There's absolutely no issue at all with this, because I have this step to choose a direction when I get to the space that I'm at. And then I make my move, and then once I've decided what I'm doing, that's the end of the turn. It does what I ask it to do. He attacks, he buffs, he heals, he, gets into cover or whatever the fuck, and the turn is over. There isn't this extra step where it's like, oh, hold on, we're trying to be realistic here. You can be back attacked if you're facing away from the enemy. So we're gonna force you to press on the control stick. Press on the control stick. Press on the... I don't know why it's not letting me press in this direction. Why is that so fucking hard? I'm pressing, like, diagonal up and right, and I can't face this fucking guy. That is also just adding unnecessary time to this shit. That was... They hyped up back attacks so much, and that's how much damage I did to this person in the back. What is this? I don't even know what happened. Notice that this, like, big visual effect heavily obscures, like, where you can actually move. Why do I have this character's turn again? Oh, I hate that extra step so much, dude. I would genuinely take just as much time to fucking bitch about this shit. Why can't you just choose this direction? Select the I'm pressing X. This is so annoying, dude. I'm pressing X. It's not letting me press X. Why can't I end my turn facing in this direction? Select the direction of your skill. No, wait. No, I pressed diagonal up and to the right. It's not intelligently considering what that even means with relation to the fucking camera. My character doesn't even move now. She just warps through the environment. I don't even know what the effects of these fucking, like, songs are even doing. What am I doing? Fair eyes. That's more like what I'm used to seeing. Yeah, the music changing really is not helping things, is it? Well, this is somehow less cool than I remember. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is not... I'm already not enjoying this. I can't activate shit. I'm literally pressing up and to the left, and it faces me left. That is not what I'm asking you to do. Down into the left. Why do isometric controls need to suck? Like, this part is perfectly fine. I like that. I like what they did with this. But when I move into a space and you don't immediately let me choose a fucking direction, like, right, like, let's I move over here, right? I'm not even facing the fucking character. This is this step where you should be having me choose my direction, because I could be surrounded by 3 fucking enemies, right? I choose my direction. I'm now facing a valid target. I choose attack. It doesn't now need to figure out, oh, you mean this guy? No. I'm only facing in one direction. I can only mean that one character. I don't need to select... Why does it tell me to choose a direction twice? You could run up to a guy, attack him, and then turn your back to him just to protect yourself against the enemy that might be behind you. Is that a strategy layer that is actually worth the sacrifice of 2 extra... Not even 2 extra button presses, because this This fucking step right here. This step right here is an extra button press. You'd probably click to confirm. You already clicked to confirm in Advance Wars, right? And you don't even have to fucking face a direction in Advance Wars, but you still choose a target when you say you want to attack, because it doesn't have you pick a direction. Oh my god. It may seem like a pet peeve, but this is so fucking annoying, dude. Fundamentally, this is just beyond fucking retarded, and I really hate it. I'm facing this character. Say I move here. I can't... I'm not even fucking... I have you selected, and I can't even move with you. That makes a lot of sense. I move here. The enemy's not facing me. I'm not facing them. You don't prompt me to face them. I click attack. Then I choose a direction to attack. I choose the character. Then you do what I fucking asked you to do. Then you have me choose a direction again because it's so important that this fucking bard character 2 spaces away might be able to back attack me for a negligible bonus to the fucking damage they could do to my health bar. Who fucking gives a shit? Skip this step! I wouldn't be so annoyed by this if this isn't in so many fucking games. If this isn't in every Disgaea game I fucking played. In so many tactics games. The one thing I want out of tactics games 99% of the time is for the game to get out of my fucking way and let me play it. It's a turn-based game. You navigate menus to play the game. It is not a game where you're running around freely with characters. It is not a game where you're aiming your gun. It is not a game where you have any other direct control over your characters. I move via a grid. I do abilities to make actions and exercise strategy through navigation of a menu. In order to keep the game interesting and engaging on a consistent basis, you need to fucking minimize the amount of menus I need to navigate through so I can fucking do what I want to fucking do. This extra step right here ruins so many tactics games for me. It literally, I mean, I just started this. This is clearly the tutorial battle. They're trying to introduce new mechanics and shit. And it's like, altogether up to now, it's barely costing me, like, maybe, like, 3 to 5 seconds total already. But that is such a negligible amount of time that you are adding to every single fucking movement, action, for every character, every turn, for every battle, in every encounter of this game going forward. And this game could be like fucking 60 hours. And I am wasting my fucking time. This is not worth the strategy layer. It is not worth the fucking investment. It is not worth the investment of time. I do not give a flying fuck enough about back attacks or backstabs or sneak attacks or whatever the fuck they want to call it in this game to give a shit about which direction my character is facing. Let them automatically face where they're going, or let me choose to do that once before I do my actual fucking action. Don't end the turn by going, oh, hold on, bro. I know you wanted to actually get back to playing the game, but don't forget, part of the game is a strategy layer that involves you to make sure that you don't get back attacked. I don't fucking care. I've never fucking cared. There's not a single tactics game I've ever played in which that fucking mechanic has meant enough for me to want to be able to choose the direction my character is facing. Or for it to not already be intelligently implemented in a different way. It's not even through the tutorial and I'm already done with this game. I'm not even getting the cool attack animations I thought I was gonna get with this either. Granted, I'm not using skills, but the few skills I've tried are fucking shit. The closest we get are these fucking song effects. Who gives a shit? The music is annoying, and obviously it takes away all tension from the fucking battle, too. Oh my god. Bruh. Farewell. Bang. The goddess and the vile god have come into conflict. 'Tis the same road, but no matter will allow it if it's entertaining. Anything connected as a trigger tomorrow's weather or a couple tea, even as a... Dude, I, like, legit am now just hating myself for procrastinating this long on a game that has lost me this quickly. Just do not give a shit. This is also not how Fairy Fencer F opened originally, either. They actually opened by establishing the characters and that little bit, that little sense of humor that actually kind of redeemed it a little bit in my mind and gave that little positive sparkle at the back of my head that incentivized me to try this game, hoping that it would be better. I don't give a shit about your opening. Fuck your opening. Fuck your opening. Fuck your opening. But I'm not even gonna sit through this opening. I'm already done with this game. You can't even fucking learn from mistakes that these fucking tactics games have made since the fucking PS2 era. I'm fucking done. Don't give a shit. Don't play this game.